Hello, my name is Agatha, and I'm going to explain how the tarot reading for the month of August 2016 is going to work. I'm going to use two decks. I'm going to use the Mystical Wisdom card deck, and I'm going to draw one card as a general advice for the month of August for all signs, for each sign. And then for the main reading, I'm going to use the Chrysalis Tarot. And the main reading I'm going to use the Gypsy spread, which is 21 cards and in 7 columns. And in the first row, I'm going to talk about work. The second row, I'm going to talk about family. The third row or column, I'm going to talk about luck and wants and what you desire. The fourth row, I'm going to talk about friendship. The fifth row or column, I'm going to talk about love and sex. And then the sixth row, it's about your plans and your goals. And the seventh row, I'm going to talk about your personal project for the month of August 2016. And this is going to be beginning of the month, middle of the month, and end of the month. So beginning of the month is from the 1st to 10th of August, and then the middle of the month is going to be from the 11th to the 20th of August, and then the end of the month is going to be from the 21st to the 31st of August. And that's it. Let's go to your reading. Hello, Scorpio. This is the tarot reading for the month of August 2016 for you, for the sign of Scorpio. The oracle card that came out was Peacock, Raise Your Standards. Beautiful card. And I'm going to read from the little book what it says, because I think I should, to give you all the information. Peacock, Raise Your Standards. This is a general message for you for the month of August, Scorpio, like the general energy also. The peacock is one of the most beautiful creatures of the world's animal kingdom. It's also believed to be the most virtuous and embodies the characteristics of integrity and loyalty. Like the peacock, you embody qualities important for friendship and family unity. You are encouraging, selfless, and enrich the lives of everyone you meet. The peacock is also very protective of its young and will provide for and protect them under any circumstance. This card can also be seen as an indicator to better yourself and to raise your standards to be more like the peacock. So demand quality not just of others but of yourself as well. That's how I read it as well. So the peacock apparently has a lot of good qualities, is integrity, loyalty, and protects his young. So this is like the general energy for the month of August for you, Scorpio. And now in the column connected with work, or the row connected with work, in the beginning of the month, you have Divine Child or the Hierophant in traditional decks. It's a bit different, this card here. You have, like, I think it's 6 major arcana cards in 21 cards, so it's not a very transformative month. It's like half, I would say. Not even that, but it's an okay month for you, Scorpio, but it doesn't speak of major transformation. Again, this is a very general reading, okay? It depends from person to person. In the beginning of the month, in work-related area, you feel like the divine child. You are, maybe you started a new job and you feeling really happy and you're behaving like a kid who just got, new toys and you're feeling very self-confident. It's like you're discovering anything to do with this new job. If it's not that, with this new work, if it's not that, it's like maybe there's something, a new software, a new program, something new in your work, and you're gonna start working with this new software, this new program in your job, and you like playing around with it, like the kids play around with their new toys. You're really happy. Just you feel like a child, you feel like a kid. And then in the middle of the month, Scorpio, you have the Ace of Stones, which is the Ace of Pentacles in traditional decks. For some, it might be like a raise in terms of some of you might get a raise in your work. Others, you might be planting a seed so that maybe further on your what you gain from your work will be bigger, will be higher. Imagine that you decide to study something, take some sort of training. That's planting a seed, and so that further on, like a few months from now, or even a year or more, you'll earn more in your job, in your career. Others, it could be possibly be starting a new job, So, in the end of the month, Scorpio, you have the Three of Scrolls, which is the Three of Swords in traditional decks. And what can this mean? So, I think there's maybe some disappointment if you started a new job. You feel like betrayed somehow. This is not necessarily an energy that will be present further on. Maybe there's something about it that you feel betrayed. Maybe you got promised something and it didn't come through in terms of this new job or this new work or whatever. Maybe it's part of it that kind of you feel betrayed about it. Or it could be something that you are in your regular job, you didn't change jobs, it's still your work, and this new software and that you really liked, maybe the betrayal part is that, or this new program that you really like, the betrayal part is that it's not for you. So everyone gets to play around with it, and it's really good for work-wise, and it just saves a ton of time and money and stress, and it's great and it's wonderful, and then you find out it's just for a few people and not for everyone, and you're feeling betrayed. If it's not that, it could be, for instance, you arranged something with a colleague. So you needed a day off to go and take care of a subject, or to go to the doctor or whatever. You needed a day, and you talked to a colleague and you said, "Hey, will you trade with me? I'll work Saturdays if you don't work this Friday, because 2 weeks from now I need a Friday," or something like that. And your colleague had said, or your boss had said yes, but then your colleague went, "No, I don't remember doing that." Just didn't kind of betrayed you. It's a feeling of betrayal. Or your boss said, "I know what I said in the beginning that I didn't, probably you could take the Friday off, but we have simply too much work and I cannot afford to let you go," and blah, 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 blah. So there's this feeling of betrayal connected to your work and your career and your job. And then in the second column was the column related to family. In the beginning of the month, it's all good cards. It's all 3 major arcana cards, and it's all positive. So something is happening to your family, or to some of your family members, or to an important family member, and it's very positive. It's transforming and it's positive. In the beginning of the month, you have Helpy, which in traditional decks is called the Star. Helpy means hope. So maybe you're talking to someone in your family who's very optimistic, who gives hope to everyone, and he or she is trying to give hope to you and to give you optimism. If you're feeling like, just tries to give you a further vision, like a more progressive vision of the world, or of what you can accomplish. Someone who really tries to give you this optimism, this joy, tries to give you hope. Or maybe this person, someone in your family, this is connected with Aquarius. Also, Aquarius is connected with abroad. Maybe a relative of yours is traveling abroad because he or she found work abroad. Or he or she won a scholarship to go and study abroad, or something like that. Something really positive, which advances his or her life happened to someone in your family. And then it's progress to someone in your family. He or she is progressing, there's success, something like that. And you are happy for him or her. In the middle of the month, you have Merlin, the hero, which in traditional decks is called the Fool. So this again speaks in the middle of the month of someone in your family who's starting something new and who's starting with wisdom, because this is an old man showing up. This is Merlin. So to me, it's starting something new, yes, with wisdom, but at the same time giving himself or herself space to discover things, like not trying to plan anything out. Nothing bad will happen because this guy already has wisdom, so he prepared, but not completely. He or she gave himself space or herself space to just go and discover and to be surprised, you know. They're starting something new, and it's kind of a surprise, whatever it is, but it will never go wrong. It's the feeling that I get. This could be also the same person in the beginning of the month. This could be the same person, or there could be someone. For others, it could be a birth in your family. At the end of the month, you have the Sun. So again, this could be the same family or three different family members. Just good news connected with your family, and this speaks of success, of joy, of accomplishment. Yes, something very good, something really positive. So it could be like in the beginning of the month, if this is three different people within your family, either you're speaking to someone who's very positive, who's very optimistic, or someone traveled abroad, someone achieved something. Like a brother achieved something and he's gonna travel abroad, he's got a new job, or she got a scholarship to study abroad. This is one family member. And then in the middle of the month, you got more good news. There's a birth, someone, a cousin or an uncle, or they're about to become parents, or they're starting something new, and I'm sorry, and there's just a feeling of discovery, and a feeling of happiness also. And then at the end of the month, you discover that some other, I don't know, a father, a mother, someone in your family is really achieved something as well. Achieved something, I don't know what, but he or she is really happy. And this is truly success. Maybe he or she got promoted in like 10 years before he or she expected to be promoted. I'm saying mother, father, could be anyone in your family. So very positive things happening to your family. Very positive things. You should be happy. Okay. And then Scorpio, the third row connected with luck and desires and wishes. In the beginning of the month, you have the Corsair, or the Knight of Spirals, which in traditional decks is called the Knight of Wands. So maybe I think either a person embodies this energy, could be someone up to the age of 30, not necessarily could be someone older, but it's kind of very young type of mind, young type of energy. Doesn't matter if this person is even 70 years old, can be somehow some sort of immature, but at the same time have this enthusiasm that the young have. Could be that. Either someone from a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, helps your luck, helps your good luck, helps you accomplish a desire that you have, or you embody the energy of this guy, of the Corsair. You take a risk, you take a chance, you believe in yourself, you just start something like without asking nobody's help, or without asking the opinion of no one, like in a very independent way. You start something to help your luck, to help you accomplish a certain wish, a certain desire. I think it turns out well. And then in the middle of the month, Scorpio, you have the Healer, or the Page of Mirrors, which in traditional decks is called the Page of Cups. If you like practicing, some of you who are practicing the law of attraction, you might embody the energy of the Page of Mirrors or the Page of Cups. You might, for instance, practice self-healing. And healing your emotions, healing your feelings, healing your emotions will help your good luck, will help you attract good luck to you, will help you accomplish a desire that might have been a long-held desire, or something that you wish it particularly for the month of August, in the middle of the month. So you decide to do like affirmations. I don't know, could be something related, let's say sales. If you are connected with sales, if you sell for a living, I will sell, or I sell in the next 5 days, I will sell a certain amount of whatever, I will win something. So you practice the law of attraction, and you keep your feelings and your emotions very positive, and that helps your good luck, and that helps you accomplish a desire that you have. Or it could be someone embodying this energy, not you. Could be someone younger, could be a child, could be a teenager. Again, not necessarily. Could be someone older, but someone who's very kind and always believes in the good of others. And this person could be from a water sign like you, a Scorpio, a Cancer, or Pisces. And this person, just because he or she believes in the goodness of people and in the kindness of people, this person will brings you good luck, helps you, or brings you. This is the person who helps you accomplish a certain desire that you have for the month of August, in the middle of August. At the end of the month, you have the Ace of Mirrors, which is the Ace of Cups in traditional decks. It's a continuation of the same type of energy. Like, you heal your emotions, you only have positive emotions, you believe in the world, and you believe in good things. Just stop watching TV, just better. Don't even listen to the radio, because it's just bad stuff. Like, do a cleansing of media, honestly. Just listen. If you want to go to YouTube, just listen to good things, okay? It's a continuation of that, like cleaning your emotions, just focusing on positive emotions, and that will help you, for some of you, to find love, to find a new romantic interest. For others, it will attract good luck to you. For others, it will attract the completion of the wish that you want for yourself. It will help you fulfill a wish that you had, again, for the month. This is the end of August, for the month of August, at the end of August, or something that will be longer, not just necessarily just for the month of August, but will continue on after August, or a long-held wish, a long-held yearning that you accomplished at the end of, in the beginning of, in the middle of August, and again at the end of August. And then in the fourth row, connected with friendship, Scorpio, in the beginning of the month, you have the Phoenix, which is called the Judgment card in traditional decks. There could be a big transformation, literally rising from the ashes. This is the Phoenix. Within a friendship, some of you might be contacted by an old friend, for instance, Scorpio. Someone you thought that friendship was dead and buried, and maybe they come back literally from the dead, and they contact you. Or there's a big transformation I just thought something. Maybe a friend of yours, some of you might have a friend who's in a coma, who's literally in a coma, who's really sick, and there's like this fantastic new recovery for this friend. I don't know, I just thought of that. So just imagine that you have a friend who's been in a coma for, a few months or weeks or something like that. For some, even a few years, and literally they just wake up one day. I mean, that would be great, that would be awesome. For others, it could be a literal transformation in the nature of a friendship. So, or the circle of friendships that you have, Scorpio. So there's some sort of transformation either with a friend of yours and the relationship that you have with him or her, the interaction that you have with him or her, or the whole circle of friends that you have. I'm thinking it's more like a friend, one friend. I'm thinking more like that. So either it ends a friendship, or it's just not necessarily. Yeah, it could end a friendship, but it could be not necessarily because there's a conflict. It could be a conflict, but imagine that something extraordinary happens on this with this person's life. Imagine that he or she, has to take care of a family member. Something happened to a family member, he or she needs to move to another place, and you used to talk with this person every day, now you can't, because he or she has new duties, new responsibilities, moved to another place, has to take care of his parents or her parents or something else, or the kids or the kids or his nephews or her nephews. So there's like a big transformation with this relationship, not because there was a conflict. And then in the middle of the month you have the Green Man, which in traditional decks is called the Emperor. I think this is more masculine energy. So this could be literally the same person. He or she will become a father or a mother. It's more like a father because to me the Emperor, it's a male energy. So the big transformation in this person's life in the beginning of the month, hey, my girlfriend is pregnant, my wife is pregnant. And then, or maybe he or she doesn't tell you immediately and tells you at the middle of the month. Something is happening, and maybe he or she isn't around all that much. In the middle of the month, he tells you why. Because he's about to become a father, he has new responsibilities also. That this big transformation in your friend's life comes with added responsibilities. Okay? Yeah. And then at the end of the month, you have the Five of Scrolls, which in traditional decks is called the Five of Swords. To me, it's like losing part of a friendship. It could be conflict, yes, some sort of conflict with a friend, not necessarily the same friend, it could be with another friend, but I read it more as if this one friend, who has a new life, literally this friend has a new life, and the nature of the relationship that you had just is different now, and you feel like you lost a friend or part of the nature of the friendship itself. You cannot be with him or her totally. I'm thinking more a male friend, that's what I'm thinking, because the Emperor showed up. So this friend, for instance, finds out that he is about to become a father, or will be a father in a few months. So he will spend, could be a she, could be a woman. This friend will spend more time with his partner or her partner and cannot spend all that time with you. So you feel like you lost something. You haven't lost completely this friendship, but you've lost something. Something about this friendship. And then in the fifth column, Scorpio, which is connected with love and sex, you have, in the beginning of the month, you have the Weaver, which is the Queen of Scrolls, in traditional decks called the Queen of Swords. Here it's a very tranquil, serene type of energy. If you see, the cat is completely relaxed, he's asleep. So this is more like Libra type of energy, very serene, with harmony, equilibrium. So you might have a relationship with someone who embodies the qualities of the Queen of Scrolls or the Queen of Swords. It could be someone from a air sign, like I said, Libra, or Gemini or Aquarius, or someone who's really intellectual, really rational and logical, but at the same time there's a serenity in her or him, because this is a general reading. Maybe this person is working on her own creative project or his own creative project, and everything is fine with him or her. Everything is serene, and there's this feeling of serenity and domestic bliss. That's what I get with him or her, with your partner. And then in the middle of the month you have the Four of Mirrors, or the Four of Cups in traditional decks. There's a different type of feeling, a feeling of stagnation. Like maybe you or her or him or both of you are like asking yourselves, where will this relationship go? It's like a feeling of this doesn't advance, this doesn't go anywhere. And also kind of like a feeling of sadness and disappointment also. It's like you both disappointment at the nature of the relationship, of the love relationship itself. And I'm thinking maybe because you're looking at the advancements in your friend's life, and your friend is about to become a father or a mother. There's some sort of big transformation in your friend's life. Maybe he or she is going to get married. Maybe because he or she found out is going to be a mother or a father. And then, you start thinking about that, and you start comparing your relationship with the relationship of this friend, and you're feeling disappointed. Like, don't do that. Don't compare your relationship to the relationship of your friends, this friend. Don't do that, okay? So there's like this feeling of mutual disappointment, not just from you, but maybe from your partner in terms of your love relationship. A feeling of stagnation. Where are we going? Are we going anywhere? But none of you is talking to the other. You're not addressing this to the other person. You're feeling this, but you're not talking about it. He or she is feeling this, but you're not talking about it. You're keeping yourself very quiet because you don't want to mess up this serenity, this domestic serenity. You don't want to mess this up. And at the end of the month, you have the 7 of mirrors, or the 7 of cups. And again, the column related to love and sex. I think it's the same woman, by the way. This is her at the beginning of the month, working on a project, and this is her at the end of the month. Maybe working on the same project. I think the same project. It's the same person. They have similar hair. Different dresses, but similar hair. I'm sorry, I apologize. So at the end of the month, let's say that your partner was working on something, on a creative project, and he or she, in the beginning of the month, is really confident about this project. At the end of the month, he or she doesn't know what type of choices to make. Okay, do I pick this color? Do I pick another color? It's kind of a bit lost. Doesn't know exactly where to go with this project. While in the beginning of the month, she or he knew exactly where to go with this project. At the end, he or she didn't know all that much. Or if this speaks of your relationship itself, the nature of your relationship, you are both having at the end of the month, like you regain your romantic feelings. But I think it's a lie. I think it's like you both like telling to each other, I really love you, I really care about you, this is a wonderful relationship, this is a blissful relationship, but it's a lie. You see the mirror? It's broken. Behind her, the mirror, it's broken. I think you're not addressing the issues of your relationship. I think you decide to only look at the good stuff, only look at the illusions connected with this relationship, and you're not addressing all the negative stuff. You just kind of, both of you decide to look at the beautiful illusion and carry on this beautiful illusion, I think. Again, this is very general, okay? This is a very general reading. In the column 6, connected with plans and goals and objectives for the month of August, maybe a bit longer. In the beginning of the month, you have the Acrobat or the Page of Stones, which in traditional decks is called the Page of Pentacles. So maybe in the beginning of the month, your plans and your goals are connected with money. So maybe you have like a certain, I want to save a certain amount of money. You budgeting. For the first time, you decide not to open the first time a savings account. I think you already have that, because safety is important for you, Scorpio. Maybe you decide to start saving in a different way, or start saving to buy a place, or whatever. It could be this plan and this goal could be connected with your finances, but not necessarily, okay? Not necessarily. Whatever plan or goal that you have, Scorpio, might also, that might be something completely different, might also ask of you to be flexible, and might ask of you to study it. I'm going to give you an example. I want to learn how to draw, and I've been going to the library, and I'm taking out books that teach you how to draw. So it could be like that. You have a certain goal, you have a certain plan, an objective for you, not just for the month of August, probably beyond, and you understand that you have to study this. You want to accomplish this goal, and that requires you to study something, to learn about it, whatever it is. So you want to play on the stock market, for instance. You want to learn how to buy stocks that give dividends. So you realize, I know nothing about this subject. I should learn how the stock market works and how all of this stuff works. So you go to, again, I say library, you might buy books, and you start studying this. And then in the middle of the month, you have the Ace of Scrolls, which is the Ace of Swords in traditional decks. It could be like a certain plan, a certain goal is achieved in the middle of the month. Could be a plan connected with the month itself, because here you can see the keys and you can see the wise crow. So maybe some of you have accomplished something, or it could be that you studied something in the beginning of the month, and you, for the first 10 days, you study something in order for you to at least have some sort of notion what this plan, required. And finally, at the middle of the month, you're putting this plan into words, into paper. You are writing this plan down. This is the goal, and for me to achieve this goal, I need to do A, B, C. You're putting this plan. It could be into action, could be intellectual, but I'm thinking more writing it down, make it on paper, establishing the objectives, the goals, and so on. At the end of the month, you have the Three of Mirrors or the Three of Cups in traditional decks. To me, it's a feeling of serenity, because you accomplished something. Some of you have accomplished a certain type of goal. Let's say the goal was in the beginning of the month to save something, and the middle of the month you budgeted. At the end of the month, you are feeling really happy with yourself, really serene. Your emotions are completely serene because you were able to achieve that financial goal, which for instance was to save a certain amount of money by the end of the month. So you're feeling really good about yourself. Or it could be that you've put that plan into paper, and at the end of the month you're feeling really good. You're celebrating, either with others or with yourself, the fact that the plan is done. It's written down, and now you know where to go. Every step of the way, in order for you to accomplish a certain type of goal. Again, I think it's longer than just August. And then finally, the row 7, connected with your personal project, Scorpio. In the beginning of the month, you have the Five of Stones, which is the Five of Pentacles in traditional decks. This is the little fairy, and she's sad. She said she is crying. Why is she crying? Well, she has beautiful wings. Why is she crying? I think you're really feeling sad about yourself. You're feeling you don't have enough faith about yourself. Let's say that your personal project is to finishing up writing a book. That's your personal project. That has nothing to do with your career or anything else. It's a creative project. But you feel that you don't have the abilities, you don't have self-confidence, you don't have faith in yourself, in your talents, in your skills. You should shut up about that. You feel you're being very negative, but you do it anyway. I mean, your personal project, even if you, every step of the way, even if it's like writing a book, or doing for a hobby, for instance, painting finishing up a painting, every step of the way, you're like, about yourself, you're like, this is awful, this is terrible, I have no talent, but you keep carrying on. You carry on. Even if you think that, just carrying on and you finishing up, but you have no faith in your abilities, like none. You should not be so negative, Scorpio. In the middle of the month, you have the Nine of Mirrors, which is the Nine of Cups in traditional decks. It's like a wish is fulfilled connected to a personal project. So I think it's the project in which you were working in the beginning of the month. So even if you don't have faith in your abilities, a wish comes to life connected to this personal project. Let's say that it's a book, and you sell it, you self-publish it, and you put it on Amazon, on Smashwords, on whatever, and you are very surprised because it sells a lot and you didn't expect it. That's what you wanted, that was your wish, your desire, but you're like, oh my god, and you didn't have faith in yourself. You thought, who is going to buy this? And then in the middle of the month it sells a lot. So it's like a feeling of a wish comes to life, a wish is fulfilled connected to a personal project, even if you have no faith in yourself in the beginning of the month. At the end of the month, you have the Two of Stones, which is the Two of Pentacles in traditional decks. This is a bear. It's like trying to balancing, moving from one stone to the other. Therefore, he needs balance to balance himself. I think you have two different personal projects at the end of the month because you finished up one project that you have in the beginning of the month. At the middle of the month, you kind of didn't do anything. You just kind of felt a bit lazy and happy because it turned out to be okay. And then at the end of the month, you go back to work. Doesn't matter if this is job related or something just personal, just like a creative hobby, and you start two new projects. But you have more self-confidence about yourself, and you have more safety. You have more inner safety. The bear represents that. The bear is very stable in that rock. He has the confidence that you will be stable jumping from one stone to the other. You have more flexibility because you have more self-confidence in yourself, in your abilities. Okay, so you are able to be flexible in working on these two new projects at the end of the month. Okay, and that's it, Scorpio. This is the reading that I have for you for the month of August 2016. This is a very general reading. If you like a private consultation, please send an email to duniazad@gmail.com and be delighted to work with you. Bye bye.